Fidget toys have come in and out of fashion over the past few years, but there are some of us who need them because of our anxiety and high stress levels. Thankfully, due to their popularity over the years, there have been some interesting and truly unique fidget toys that have been created to help us through some challenging situations. Some of these toys include the Ono Roller, a fidget toy that can also massage you, the Fly Nova, a drone you can control through real-life telekinesis, and the Moon Drop, a fidget toy that combines science, physics, space exploration, and fun. Here are the 12 coolest fidget toys you can buy right now. Number 12. Ono Roller. Most fidgeting toys don't really have any additional benefits, but this one does. The Ono Roller is a toy that you can use and play with anytime your anxiety or stress levels are too high, or when you're simply bored. Just roll this thing around in your hand and you should start to feel calmer. What's interesting is that when you're done, you can roll this thing on your muscles and use it as a massager. Even when you're just using this on your hands, it's as if your hands themselves are getting a massage. It's super basic, but it has some incredibly useful extra features that don't take away from its simplicity. Number 11. Force Fluid. Fidgeting toys aren't just toys you can play around with in your hand when you're bored. Sometimes they can even be a visual experience. The Force Fluid is a toy that you would place on your desk. On its own, it's a cool little design. But once you bring some magnets closer to its glass, the metallic particles around it will start to dance to your own tune. While it may seem a little basic, this device is sure to keep you busy for hours on end. The magnets that come with the device are actually called wands because you literally wield the particles inside of this thing. It not only calms you down, but it's also visually pleasing and a cool party trick. Number 10. Thumb Chucks. Ideally, a fidgeting toy is something you'd never want to let go of, and the Thumb Chuck certainly fits that description. The Thumb Chuck is like a little nunchuck for your fingers instead of both your hands. It consists of two high-bounce metal balls that are connected by a special durable band. Whenever you use this, a high-powered LED light on them will turn on, allowing you to see what you're doing at any time of the day. It's super fun to play with as you can perform all sorts of different tricks. There are also a lot of different tutorials on YouTube that can teach you different tricks, and there's even an app that goes more into detail about it. Once you pick this up, you'll pretty much never put it down. Number 9. The Magnon Spinner. We understand that fidget spinners were a fad for a really long time, and all sorts of companies came out with their own cheap fidget spinners during that time. But for people who actually need these, there's still some great options out there. One of them is the Magnon Spinner. The Magnon Spinner comes with over 40 different separate magnets. At its core, it's a spinner, but it can be morphed into all sorts of different shapes and sizes. The size and shape you morph this thing in will also determine how fast it spins. And it can also be an additional fidget to balance this thing on the way you set up its magnets. It can get really fast and is extremely durable. Its high quality bearings make it for a long-lasting spin. Number 8. Sticks. The reason we use fidget toys is that we need something to calm us down when we're anxious or when we're simply bored. You probably played around with things that were already in your pocket, like your keys or your remote, and Sticks hopes to capture that feeling of familiarity you have with those items. Sticks is a small toy that's made out of 9 different fidgets you're probably already familiar with. This includes a crew that spins endlessly, a rubber button, a pull-out meter tape, a joystick, a pointer, pop-up car keys, a mouse scroll, a pen button, and other fidgets along with them. This is your all-in-one toy to play with without messing up any of the actual devices you fidget with. Number 7. Fly Nova Mini Drone. The Fly Nova Mini Drone is a toy that's straight out of the future, and while it isn't a fidget toy at its core, it's an item a fidget toy enthusiast would certainly enjoy. This is a semi-autonomous drone that operates without any remote. Simply throw it and it'll start flying before it even hits the floor. It has sensors that help it avoid objects in its path, which also means you can control it yourself in a way. Simply place your hand in front of it and it'll start to move along with you while it tries to avoid hitting your hand. It can be a mesmerizing experience overall and one we highly recommend. It also had LED lights so you can use this at night. Number 6. Vortex Dome. Have you ever spent countless amounts of time on your phone looking at videos that are oddly satisfying? It has happened to the best of us. One of the most popular, oddly satisfying sights is pottery, and the Vortex Dome aims to recreate some of that visual magic without all the mess that's associated with pottery. This is a toy you'd normally place on your desk, and it's a stainless steel Vortex Dome that's filled with rotoscopic fluid. When it spins, it creates a lot of different visual effects that sometimes are quite similar to pottery. You can also manipulate these effects yourself with the help of magnets, as there are also magnets hidden inside of this toy that you can't see. Number 5. Think Ink Pen. With fidgeting toys becoming more and more complicated as they get more popular, sometimes we just need something basic that actually works and isn't too bulky or complicated. The Think Ink Pen is essentially just that. Pens are probably some of the most fidgeted items out there in their most basic form already. The Think Ink Pen makes it easier for you to do so. It has just 2 parts that can be attached using their powerful magnets, and you can fidget this thing in almost every way imaginable. You can spin it, press it, break it apart, and put it back together. Screw it, all while not being overwhelmed by all the different options. Number 4. Fidget Cube. The Fidget Cube is an item that completely revolutionized the fidget toy industry at the height of its popularity. There was a time when it was not hard to find one of these toys lying around, and for good reason, because this is a fidget toy you'd actually want to play with. Just by holding this toy into your hand, your fingers will automatically place for all sorts of different types of fidgeting. It can help you out a lot if you're trying to focus or simply feeling a little anxious. It'll keep your fingers busy, and it has 6 sides, all of which have a unique fidget style. Number 3. INDX Magnetic Fidget Toy. We all loved playing with magnets as a kid, and even adults. But there's one problem with magnets. They get lost easily and can be difficult to handle, sometimes even frustrating. The INDX is the best magnetic toy for fidgeters. This is a high-quality toy built with the finest materials that consist of 2 magnets that are screwed onto each other. There isn't really a lot of diversity in their movements, but it provides you with the exact same satisfying feel you'd get with a normal magnet without the feat of losing one of them or the frustration of getting them exactly right. It's designed by engineers to create the most satisfying click and movement imaginable, keeping you busy and focused for hours. Number 2. Moondrop Fidget Toy. The Moondrop Fidget Toy is named such because it mimics the way gravity is on the moon. This is a tiny little fidget toy that you can take around wherever you go. You can flip it around, slide it, or simply just mess around with it, and it'll create smooth, satisfying moments that will almost hypnotize you. It's incredibly fun to use, and just by looking at a video of it, you probably want to buy it immediately. It also comes in a pack of 3, one with Earth's gravity, one with Mars' gravity, and another with the Moon's gravity, which can turn into an educational experience on its own. Number 1. Fidget More Stress Relief Toy. The Fidget More is unlike any other fidget spinner you've seen before. It manages to perfectly spin both satisfying fidgeting and satisfying visuals, allowing you to see a moving animation slowly regardless of how fast you're spinning the wheel on the back. Using careful engineering, this device slows down the speed of the image on the front by as much as 1/40th, resulting in an extremely satisfying experience. It's the perfect device on the go, or simply to place on your desk. It comes with many different animation options, all of which are beautiful in their own way. Alright, comment below which of these toys you love to buy for yourself. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to TechJoint, and we'll see you in the next one.